So guys, you can see two codes over here, one on the right, that is the design, and this is our device under test, and this is the test bench. Now first of all, let's see what is the design code is. So in the design code, we initialize a module called case demo. We initialize a variable called select, which is input, and y, which is output. Now we wrote a very simple example. We are just checking if select is equal to 0 0, if select is under test, like we are testing select with a case. Like if the value comes to be 0 0, then y is equal to 0. If value comes to be 0 1, then case will make the y equal to 1. If the value of select is 1 0, then case will make the y is equal to 0. If the value is equal to b, that is the select value becomes 1 1, then the y is equal to 1. Else if any value other than the above comes, then the y is still 0. Then we end the case. So this is the syntax. You start case, write whichever the variable you want to monitor, then you write your conditions and then what you want it to be. And then after the conditions, you simply end the case. And then we went on the left side, and in our test bench, we initialize the clock, we initialize the module, then we took our variables, then we connected the ports, like select with select, y with y of the device under test, that is this code over here. After that, we wrote our conditions. We use a $monitor command to monitor because we do not have to write it again and again. If we use a $display command, then we have to write it with every step. Like that will only display once it executed. $monitor will keep on monitoring all the variables till $finish arrives, and it will update the variable on the terminal as soon as any variable changes. Now at time interval 0, b is 0. We have given select the value of 0 0, and as per this statement over here, then the y is equal to 0. See, at time 0, select is 0 0, y is equal to 0. Similarly, when the select is 0 1 after 10 nanosecond, then as per this condition, y is equal to 1. So when select is 0 1 at time interval 10, y is equal to 1. Now when the select is 0 1 0 at time interval 20, like after 20 nanosecond, then as per this condition, y is equal to 0. That is perfect. Then as per this test case, when select is equal to 1 1 after 30 nanosecond, then as per this condition, y is equal to 1. See, after 30 nanosecond, y becomes 1. So this is working perfectly fine. Hello guys, welcome to learning microcontrollers. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how you can use the case statement in Verilog. This will be explained with demonstration on EDA Playground. We will make a code, a sample code, and then we will simulate that code on the EDA Playground. So we will be learning by doing. So let's get started. Go to your browser, open the Google, write down EDA Playground, open the EDA Playground. Remember that EDA Playground is a free tool, but to get the full accessibility, sign up using your organizational or an institutional email. If you go with Gmail, Yahoo, etc., you will not be able to use these commercial simulators. Rest will be fine, but you can use these HDL, Validator, and Icarus. If you are happy with that, then it's fine. Okay guys, on the EDA Playground, once logged in, you will have two windows, one on the left. Here you will write your test bench, and on the right side you write your design. So let's first of all write our simple code. We will take any example. So let's write a small code. We make a module called case demo, simple, and then we take our variables. Okay, instead of going like this, go with a bracket so we can initialize the variables. Input, we take a select line 1 0. It will be more like using a mux or something. We will take a very simple example. We take a select line, then below we take a output rag called, okay, it is select SCL, and then comma output rag, and you can name it anything. I call it y. Now we close the brackets and the inverted comma. This is our two variables, select and y. So select will decide when the y is activated. So we will have multiple values for the select, and with each two values will define either the y is 1 or 0. So in the case, we will make certain cases that y select is 0 0, select is 0 1, select is 1 0 or 1 1. Against this, there will be a value of y, either y is 1 or y is 0, etc. So let's get started. So let's write our code. We will be using a combinational logic here, that is always at the rate of static, and then write begin. Always every begin comes with end. Also write that. Later you may forget. Also we started a module. We end the module over here and module. Now inside it we will write our case statement. Now the syntax of case is very simple. In the Verilog you just write case and whichever variable you want to monitor. We want to monitor the select like this. Now write the value of select first. Since select is a 2-bit variable, 1 to 0, it means 0 and 1, 2. It can have two values. We write 2, comma, and then we write binary value. B means it's in binary value. If select is a 2-bit variable and the value is 00, then y is equal to 0. Now that is how the case will decide. Now if the select comes out to be 00, then this means that y is equal to 0. Else if, now copy this command multiple times. If the select is something else, like select is 0, 1, then y is 1. So what we are doing over here is that, just let me write all 4 conditions. It is just a test case, like we are not doing something very complicated. So if now we make the third case, in the third case again, now we make the 1 0 and y is 0. Now with 1 1, y is 1. We just randomly wrote these conditions, like if the select comes out to be 00, then the y must be 0. If select comes out to be 0 1, then the y is 1. If select is 1 0, then y is 0. If select is 1 1, then y is 1. This is just a random condition. You can write anything just to demonstrate. This is your variable, and we use a combinational block. All of this will be executed at once, but remember the case will check all the conditions one by one, even though it is a combinational block. Now the last condition that you write in the case is a default condition, like in case none of the above value is detected, then there should be a safety condition. If none of the above is detected or any value other than this comes, then print the value equal to 0. Any value other than the above is also mentioned, y is equal to 0. Only two values, y, b, select is equal to 1 1, select is equal to 0 1 will make the y go 1. Every other value will make the y go 0. That is what our condition is here. Now we end the case. Now this is the syntax of the case. You write end case. Now the case is ended. Once you start the case, you have to write case select. No need to write the begin. You write your statements. No, you may write as many conditions as many you want. After that, the default condition, like if and none of the above is met, then what should happen? That is what should happen. After that, you end the case statement, then your end begin, then your module ended. This is our simple design code. Now to test this code, we have to give different values to the select. Now we can either give values here one by one, like select is equal to 2 comma b00, and then run the code and see the result one by one. But this is a very unmature way of doing this task. What professionals do is that they use the test bench. Now this code is our DUT, called device under test. This is the device under test code. So we should not test this as a verification engineer. What we do is that we write a test bench in which we will connect these ports, these two variables, with this code over here, and then we will assign different values to select to test this code. That is what we are going to do here, a proper way of testing the code. So what we do, we just write our test code. So first of all, in the test bench, we initialized a module. You can call it any name that you want. I call it TB case demo. Okay, just a random name. You can name anything you want. Then define your variables. It is better for the variables you take the same name as you have taken over there. It will be easy to connect the ports if you have same names. Then select is my first variable. I take it as reg because it's an input, and then output as wire, that is y. Now since select, they may have the same names, still these variables are not connected. Like what I want is that from my test bench, whatever the value I assign to select have to be transferred over there. The processing case statement will remain here. Processing is to be done here. This value needs to be transferred there from the test bench. For that, this variable and this variable needs to be connected. Similarly, wire, that is y, needs to be connected the output at y. So to do that, we use this command. First of all, copy this name of your module which you want to test. I want to test this module. I take its name, then write UUT, bracket. Inside it, you write whatever ports you want to connect. Dot select with the select, comma, dot y with the y. Now see, that is the benefit of giving same name to variables in both the design and the test bench. This makes your life much easier over here. Now these ports are connected. Whatever is in this select is also in that select over there. Whatever is in this y is also in that y over here. This is what this port connection will do. Now the ports are connected. We can write our cases. We go with the initial begin from here. We write initial begin, and then since there is a begin, with every begin there is an end. First of all, write the end, else you may forget it in the end. We also started a module. You have to end that and module here. Now inside it we write our test code. Now first thing first. First of all, I would like to display something called the values I'm getting. So I want to display the value of time, select, and y. So there is one option is to use a $display command, but the problem with the $display command is with every test case I have to write that again. But I can use another command called $monitor. With a $monitor command, you only have to write it once until this command comes $finish. It will keep on monitoring all the variables. This decides that you should keep on monitoring in between this. As soon as the value of any variable changes, this command will automatically update that value on the terminal. So that's way easier to use. So first of all, in the $monitor, I would like to display the time. Time is equal to percentage 0t. Then I will display the value of select. Select is equal to percentage b. Why I went with the b? Because I want the values to be displayed in binary. If I make it d, it will display in decimal, because in my case binary is enough. Now for the y is equal to percentage b, also in binary. Close inverted comma. This is the line which will be displayed on a terminal. These will be the values, variables. Now from where the values of these variables will come from? The first one is the time. It will come from $time, that is the system clock. Value of b will select will come from select variable. Above this one, which is connected to this variable using this command over here. Similar is the case with the y. Value of y will come from y variable. Bracket close, inverted comma. Now this is the monitor command. In between we may write our cases. So the values will be displayed on the terminal using the monitor command. If we go with the display command, then with every test case we have to rewrite the file. Now first of all, we give the value of select to be select is equal to, just copy any value from here so we don't have to write it down. Select is equal to whatever the value you want to give, 2b00. Now this is at time interval 0. Now at time interval 10, after 10 nanosecond, we will change the value. Or we may also define the clock over here, although it will be defined on the left once we select the simulator. It's better you define over here as well. Time scale 1 nanosecond divided by 1 nanosecond. Now this is the unit and this is the precision. In case you write both the same, it means whatever the time you write here will be displayed on the terminal. This is 10 nanosecond. So it will be displayed as it is on the terminal. So this is great. Now this is my first test case. Now next one, I make it 01. I make this 01, select, go 01. All 4 cases one by one. Now the third, okay, let me copy these because we will go 4 cases. 01. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. From there 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. 1, 0 and 1, 1. These are all the 4 test cases. This is at time interval 0. This is at 10. This is at 20. This is at 30. And after 40, there will be the finish, like simulation will end. So this is our test code. Now let's see what happens once we run this code. First of all, to run the code, go to the left in the tool and simulator, expand it, select the simulator. I'm going to use a cadence. Then the clock is defined over here as well. But if you define the clock here, then this will override that clock. So better to define here. Now click on save. See, it will assign a unique ID. Now you can also send this code to someone else for debugging, etc. Now click on run to see if there is any error or not. Okay, no error. That's perfect. Okay, at time interval 0, we gave select the value of 0. And as per this, if the value of select is 0, then y is equal to 0. That is perfect. It gave y 0. And after time interval 10, like 10 nanoseconds have elapsed, we gave the value to select 0, 1. And as per this statement, when select is 0, 1, y is equal to 1. That's perfect. At time interval 20, this one, when select is 1, 0, then y is equal to 0 as per this condition. That's perfect. Now when the select is 1, 1, then as per this condition y is equal to 1. So at 10, 20, 30, 40, after 30, 0 to 30, sorry, it is 1. That is perfect. 10, 20, 30. After 30 time interval, that is 30 nanosecond, it is 1. After that, we finish the simulation using the finish command. Now you can see that it is working perfectly fine. That is what we just expected. So guys, this is how you use the case statement in the Verilog. It is exactly like using in the C. It's only the syntax is different. Like after case, you do not need to write the brackets. You directly write the conditions. After that, you write the default, and then you write the end case to end the case. This is your syntax. This the terminology. The working is the same. Despite we use a combinational block, still it will follow the sequence whatever it came from. So guys, this is it. If you guys have any questions, you may ask. We'll see you in the next lecture. Goodbye until then.